Hello, my name is Jess. This is my little friend Allie, and this is Benevolent Plum Tarot. Welcome. Today I'm reaching out to you with another pick a card. This is for the week ahead, starting April 13th, 2020. I have some oracle decks I'm going to use today, and I have 3 groups to choose from. Today, if you get to your chosen group and you find that it's not vibing, just come back and pick another one. If you find that you do resonate with your reading today, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm a new channel and that really helps me out. Thank you so much. Okay, so again, I will list these decks in the description below. I will list these decks in the description below, and I will list the timestamps in the description below. So let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths together and pick our group here. Okay, take a deep breath, close your eyes. And as you blow out, release the stress, release negativity, relax your body. Another deep breath. And as you blow out, releasing the stress, releasing negativity. Now see if you can see a number 1, 2, or 3 in your mind's eye. And that is your reading. If you could not see a number, that is perfectly okay. Just go with whatever deck is pulling you in. Really go with your first instinct, as that is usually the correct one, okay? All right. So now that we've chosen our deck, let's go on to the readings. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. So for your group, I'm using the Star Spinner Tarot. And I did already shuffle. I'm going to not shuffle on camera today. If you like seeing the shuffling, please put it in the comments. I just feel like maybe it's taking too long and kind of dragging. So I will cut the deck and pull the cards. Let's see. We have the Empress, the 9 of Pentacles, very nice, 2 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Okay, scoot that over a little bit. Grab a few more. Oh, the High Priestess, and that's gonna go right underneath the Empress. Beautiful. The Fool, the 8 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get the oracle cards here. Cut the deck. Upheaval. Oh my goodness. There's like very similarities to another reading that I have done recently. See. Heart healing. Okay. And then I'm going to get one of these animal cards. Oops. Let's shuffle here. Okay. Come on. The black egg. Cool. All right. So let's see here. So I feel like this upheaval was actually, I feel like this upheaval is actually kind of a past energy, more or less like very recent past. Especially considering that I think in the last pick a card we had a group with very similar cards, and I feel like this is kind of an ongoing story. So you likely, if you did a previous pick a card of mine, this is likely the group you picked again. So let me see here. So we have this Empress energy, we have this High Priestess energy, and we have this Queen of Swords energy. Now, this, I believe, all 3 represent you. Whether you're male or female, that doesn't matter. It's the energy of the card. I think you are a very independent person, very intelligent, sometimes a little bit, I want to say not strict, but you like, kind of like a Virgo energy, you could say. Maybe like you like things a certain way, let's say that. And then we have this Empress and High Priestess, a very beautiful energy here, just physically beautiful, mentally creative. This is a wonderful card to have. And then you have the High Priestess, which is like the Empress, but even more so. And this is kind of a really intuitive energy. So what I see here for you is a really just rounded, beautiful person. But with this upheaval, I think that you had to maybe try to find a little bit of balance, and that took a little bit of effort. And you are spending a little bit of time here to yourself next week and trying to maintain that balance in your life. Now with this Fool card, you do have a fresh start coming, or you're starting kind of a newer energy. So I think what this Fool is actually letting go of this kind of upheaval, probably letting go of a lot of anxiety that you had been holding on to, and you're starting to find like that balance in your life where you can say, I'm feeling this anxiety right now, I'm acknowledging this anxiety right now, and then I'm letting it go. Rather than feeling this anxiety and being like, oh, I'm feeling this anxiety, I don't know what to do, I wish I wouldn't feel it, I shouldn't be feeling anxious right now, I know better than to feel anxious right now. So what I'm saying is there's an energy here of recognizing that it's okay to have bouts of anxiety. Acknowledge that anxiety and then let it go. I mean, you don't want to hold on to it. You don't want to hold on to the idea that you shouldn't be having anxiety, or it's perfectly natural. So with this heart healing, that kind of goes right along with this Fool. I see things just getting a lot easier to deal with in the coming week. Also, we have this Nine of Pentacles. To me, that's somebody that's enjoying their abundance, enjoying their home life, and having worked through stuff or worked for something, you're now able to enjoy it. And what I think that is this anxiety that I'm talking about. I know there's been a lot of anxiety talk lately, and that's just perfectly natural given our circumstances with the COVID-19 that we've been dealing with in our present time. Sure, there's a lot of anxiety, but how are we managing that anxiety? That's the question. It's okay to feel it. How are we managing it? And I see here that with this Hermit card, sure, for a lot of people, this is going to be pretty blatant, pretty obvious. Like, you have to kind of socially isolate quite a bit, and that may have you feeling like a hermit. But what I feel like the energy is for this right now is part of this heart healing. Just taking some time to yourself when you need it. Do you need to go and, chill out in your room, chill out outside in your garden if you have it. If you don't have a garden, maybe it's time to think about, planting a few seeds and seeing what happens. It can be very grounding and healing. If you don't have a lot of space, just a couple of pots to plant some seeds in or grow a plant can be unbelievably healing. So, work with what you have right now, but just basically finding time for yourself for this heart healing. It's what I see coming in for you this week. I see you managing your anxiety so much better than you maybe did last week or in recent times. And I see that happening rather quickly. This Eight of Wands here is suggesting that the improvements that are coming into your life, they're happening quickly. It's not a slow improvement. It's fast, big steps forward. So that is encouraging. Now we have this Black Egg card, and I'm going to read out of the book for that. Let's see. And Okay. So I'm going to move this up a little just so you can, I want to make sure that the overhead cam gets those. Because it's a really beautiful picture. All right, black egg. Speaking from authentic voice, the truth. Now that is already beautiful given that this Queen of Swords is known for speaking her truth. Even if it's a little bit sharp or a little bit harsh, if you're speaking from your heart, even if it could hurt feelings, you know, it's not going to be from a place of wanting to harm, right? It's coming from a place of speaking your truth, and you can always speak your truth and expect that you're doing the right thing. Okay, moving on. Speaking from an authentic voice. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Cool. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossips, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. Cool. And this black egg card is also represented by the throat chakra, which is governs our speech and expression. So cool. So I really love that with your heart healing, this Queen of Swords speaking her truth really brings you more into balance with this Two of Coins here, which is suggesting balance coming in this week. And that's wonderful advice, and I feel like you're really kind of stepping into your power this week and kind of leaving some of that negativity and anxious thoughts behind. So cool, moving ahead this week, and in big steps too with this Eight of Wands. Well, I think that's all I'm seeing for you, Group 1. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that brings you a little bit of healing and a little bit of encouragement. See you next time. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. So for your deck, I'm using the Neo Tarot deck. I'm going to shuffle really quick one time. I'm not going to do a lot of shuffling today because I'm trying to cut some of the shuffling time out. So if you do like seeing shuffling, put it in the comments below and I'll add more shuffling back in. But I just think it's kind of dragging the video. So, okay. So shuffled once, cut the deck. All right, we have the Two of Cups, the Chariot, the Four of Swords, the King of Wands, the Sun, the Two of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords. Okay. Put that aside and get some oracle cards. Let's see. Emotional healing. That's very nice. Okay. Upheaval. Okay. Group 1 also had upheaval, and I honestly had a reading recently that had upheaval, so it's interesting. I feel like we still have a little bit to work on this week. Sometimes when a card keeps coming up, that's what it means. It says you need to keep working on this thing until you learn from it. Okay. Now the Phoenix. Cool. So with this Phoenix, I will read out of the book for this Animal Spirits Oracle card, but I see this Phoenix and this sun really kind of giving you like, especially with this emotional healing, like a new kind of fire this week. And I feel like with this reading, this really is a little bit of a love reading. This Two of Cups here is a partnership, and I see the King of Wands and the King of Swords, and I believe that these two are kind of counterparts, or this is you and another person that you are involved with. Now we have the Four of Swords, and the Two of Swords. So with this Two of Swords, there was kind of like a decision that you were making, I feel like. And with this Four of Swords, there may have been a little bit of strife between you, or perhaps some arguing, perhaps some stress. I feel like maybe perhaps one of you has been, or both of you, may have been a little bit sharp with your words, a little bit harsh in what you were saying. So let's see here. With the emotional healing, that's a beautiful card to see coming in for this week. And that goes right along with this Sun card and this Phoenix uprising. So things are going to be taking a turn for the better this week. Like I said, if there's been a little strife between you and your family or a partnership, it looks like there's some forgiveness and some reconciliation this week. With this Chariot too, I see kind of a victory for you in your relationship. So that is beautiful. And with the Nine of Cups, that is like a wish fulfillment for you. So that's a beautiful card to have for the incoming week as well. So again, with this upheaval, perhaps some things have been amiss, but they are getting much better very quickly. So with this Phoenix, let's look that up here, read what it says. Let's see. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. And let me move this up here just to make sure the overhead cam gets it. Okay. Freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely, it's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. All right, cool. And this Phoenix represents the first chakra, our root chakra, and that's kind of like a grounding energy, and again like a purifying energy and a victorious new start. So with that said, I would like to just come back and say some of you may have actually been through a breakup as well. I see this reconciliation here, but now some of you may have been through a breakup and that is not going to be coming back together, and you will still, have this transformation. I mean, when you have painful things in your life, that is an opportunity for transformation and for learning and for bettering yourself and getting just that much closer to kind of finding your own true self. But with this Chariot here, I do see a victory for you in that as well. So the emotional healing can go for your heart. If you have a broken heart, if you've had a breakup, this week you're going to take some steps in finding your power again, kind of reclaiming your power, reclaiming some of your happiness and independence. And if you are in a union with somebody, perhaps things have been out of sorts lately, well, there's going to be a reconciliation and a wish fulfillment, kind of like just, becoming back in alignment with each other. So that is a beautiful, beautiful message for the weekend coming. I think that is all I see for you, Group 2. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good one. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. So for your reading, I am using the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I'm not going to do a lot of shuffling. I did shuffle beforehand. If you do like seeing the shuffling, leave it in the comments below. I might bring it back, but I feel like it just kind of like drags and takes too long. So, okay. Got the deck, pick some cards. The Four of Cups. The Ace of Wands. Three of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay. The Four of Pentacles beneath the Four of Cups. Interesting. We have the Eight of Swords. The Fool. And the Two of Cups. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards here. Inner Child. Balance. And then I'm going to grab an Animal Spirit card here as well. Okay. The Owl. Alright, so let's see where to start. So I do see some kind of hardships kind of happening in the past here. With the Three of Swords, there was some type of heart hurt for you. And I do see you as kind of feeling like a little apathetic, a little depressed, just laying low, not feeling like inspired. But then with this Ace of Wands, there is some sort of a fire lit in you. I don't know quite yet what's going to happen with that. But the Queen of Swords, I think that may be you. It's kind of just someone who has, she is a powerful person. Now, keep in mind that this queen does not necessarily mean a woman or a female. This can be any gender. It's just the energy. Usually it's a little bit more of a receptive energy. Right now, though, the Queen of Swords is usually a little bit more assertive, especially with speaking. And she's intelligent, she's powerful, and she can speak a little bit harshly. She can say things without realizing that they can be a little bit sharp. So that may have been kind of what caused this heartbreak. There may have been some words spoken with somebody that were hurtful. And with this inner child, I kind of feel like that's like hurt feelings more than anything. I don't feel like there's any children involved at the moment. I mean, there may be, but that's not what this card is. There's kind of like sensitive feelings here. Maybe feeling like a little bit fragile. With the Four of Pentacles, this is kind of holding on too much to something, to an idea, and feeling trapped by it. So the good news is there is good energy coming in next week. So with this heartbreak, this is going to be more of, I think, in the past, or if not, then it's going to be like super early in the week. But I kind of feel like this is past energy, and incoming is a fresh kind of reconciliation, kind of a new start. We have the Two of Cups here, which is a partnership, and with this Fool and this partnership, I feel like it's kind of could be a new partnership actually coming in for you, or a reconciliation. So let me read this owl, and then we'll kind of come back to that. So the owl energy here. This owl energy, I think, goes a little bit with this Queen of Swords, softer side, just with her intelligence and connection to information. Let's see, Owl, where are you? Okay. The owl, abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon. How can it further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world? Trust that wellspring of treasures is infinite. So when in balance, you are trusting, generous, secure. When out of balance, money quarrels and scarcity. To bring into balance, an offering. So that definitely goes along with some of the things I'm seeing here. So the Queen here, she can be intuitive. She's definitely in tune with knowledge, and that could be even collective knowledge. And then with this Four of Pentacles, that does show an imbalance a little bit, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling that scarcity. And I don't know if that is necessarily money at this time or emotions. Usually I kind of feel like this is money, but I almost feel like this reading is sort of an emotional scarcity, feeling like you're not appreciated, feeling trapped in your feelings. So this card here with the balance is definitely telling you to find that balance. Again, I want to kind of take what we learned with the owl card here to bring into balance an offering. So with this offering, I feel like could be money, but it's more an offering of softness, offering of, softening the way you relate to people, offer some emotional support, offer some love, try to offer some compassion and understanding rather than being critical of somebody. Because again, with this Fool here and these Two of Cups, there is a partnership here. It's a partnership that I feel like in this week is going to be coming into an alignment with each other. So that is a beautiful energy. I want to pull a few more cards on this with this broken heart. Let's see, what else can we get here for group 3? What's this Two of Cups about? Let's see. The Tower. So I feel like there was, you lost somebody, maybe somebody important to you, or there was a big fight, really shook you. The Devil and the Son of Swords. Okay. So I feel like there is an attachment here. There is definitely an imbalance with you, maybe emotionally, maybe just being, too critical of each other. And with this devil, there is some sort of an attachment that may have caused this. Maybe could even be drugs or alcohol were involved, and kind of that's what really threw this relationship into a place of feeling not good. I mean, there's a broken heart here. There's definitely some strife going on. This feeling trapped could be with this devil card here. What is the attachment that keeps you trapped? What is it that's knocking you down? Something that you need to release. Release this attachment. It could just be an attachment to wanting to be right. It could just be an attachment to like, I'm correct all the time, not wanting to have to give in, and that may relate to this partnership. To find balance, though, you're gonna have to, give up something. This girl here, she's trapped, but she can actually walk away if she wants to. And I see that for you. There is a way for you to move forward, but you're gonna have to acknowledge what your attachments are and, kind of take your own chains off. And when you do, there is a fresh start for you. And love, a fresh start, a reconciliation, or a new love. I kind of think it's a reconciliation, and it's totally available to you. You just have to take that chain off yourself with this attachment. It could be that what I'm saying is for somebody who's in your life that you're dealing with this attachment to being right, with this attachment to drugs, or some sort of an addiction. It could be anything. It could be an addiction to video games, and it's affecting your lives negatively. Regardless, there's an attachment here that needs to kind of be cut. With this scarcity thing here, you need to kind of you're gonna have to give a little bit from outside your comfort zone. Something that you're gonna have to do to relinquish this attachment. It's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's gonna be worth it. Whatever it is, say that thing that you need to say. Do you need to tell someone that you care about them, but it's just you're at a point where it just doesn't feel right, like you can't say it because there's been so much strife? Just say it. It's uncomfortable. Release this attachment. Take the chains off. There's a beautiful outcome for you. It could be this week. Things can turn around, and I believe it's up to you, and I'm rooting for you. With this inner child again, maybe like I was saying, feelings being hurt too easily. Maybe instead of letting things affect you, hearing things super negatively, why don't you see past that and say, I'm gonna look past these things that were said. I'm gonna look past it and see what's beneath. I want to see the heart and love that's beneath these kind of rough outer layers that you've been dealing with. I hope that makes sense. Can I get an outcome for group 3 here? I don't like these negative cards. Oops. Alright, let's see. The Hermit. Little time to yourself, perhaps. And the Son of Cups. So I think this maybe this person that you're dealing with, that you've had some strife with, needs to soften up as well, and I think they do. maybe a little timeout, think things over, relinquish these attachments, whatever it is. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you can do it, or they can do it, this partner or person that you're dealing with. And I see them, they're softening up, their emotions soften up. But there is a need for a small timeout here at least. So, one more card. I want to see something beautiful for group 3. The Fool again. Yep. So, there it is. The Fool again. You can have it. You can have a, beautiful new start this week. Put this shit behind you. Put it behind you. You have a beautiful new start. Whatever it is, this attachment to being right, drugs, I don't know what it is. Let it go. Let it go, and I promise you'll be rewarded for it. Okay, that's it. That's all I see for you, Group 3. Thank you so much for joining me. Much love and healing to you. Thank you.